welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to go to Walmart and see if I could still put meals together for $5 and $6. I had a really hard time finding some stuff, but you guys, I did find some really delicious dinners. I really hope that you guys are gonna like them. These are 5 dinners for $5 and $6, so I hope that you guys like these meals. Let's go ahead and get started. To get us started, we're going to be making some barbecue chicken pizza. So to a skillet, I'm going to go ahead and put in just a little bit of oil so that we can cook our chicken. I do have about 2 to 2.5 pounds of chicken that I just sliced up. And you can kind of dice them up. I think that would even be better. As I was eating the pizza, I thought maybe smaller bite-sized pieces would have been better instead of like the longer ones. And then I just seasoned it with some salt and pepper. Okay, now that it's done cooking, I'm going to take it off the burner and I'm just going to let that set to the side. I'm going to go ahead and spray a pan, like a pizza pan, and I just made like a homemade dough. You guys could do a store-bought dough. You can make it yourself. I'll put a link in the description box of the type of recipe that I followed for this type of dough. I'm just going to go ahead and poke some holes in it. That way it doesn't poof up on me as it's cooking. And then I just have some of this barbecue sauce. This is just like a generic Walmart barbecue sauce that I had in my fridge. So I went ahead and used that up first before I opened up anything else. I always want to try to use up what I have first. Otherwise, I'm going to have a million things in my fridge from all these videos. So I'm just trying not to be wasteful. And then I'm just going to put all of our chicken just all around in that sauce and just kind of lay it out however you prefer. But I had like the perfect amount of chicken. Look at that. That's all I had. And then I'm going to use some of this mozzarella. I don't use this whole bag. I end up using half of it for one meal, and then I use half of it for another meal. And so I'm going to put about half of the mozzarella on there, so about 1.5 cups to 2 cups. And then I put it in the oven at 375 for about 15 minutes. This came out perfect. I loved it. My kids were in love with it. They thought it was absolutely amazing. The texture was great. It's such a great and easy meal. Next, we're going to be making some garlic toast pizza, which is very, very simple to do. My kids were in love with this. I think they want me to make it all the time now. So I needed 1 box of garlic toast, depending on how many you're feeding. If you're feeding more than 4 people, you'll need 2 boxes. But for this meal, I just did 1 box and it fed the 5 of us just fine. So go ahead and lay everything out on a cookie sheet. And then I had this Chef Boyardee pizza sauce, which is the cheapest that I was able to find for pizza sauce. And you're just going to take that and put it all over your Texas toast. I like to have mine kind of like a thicker layer of sauce. My husband does not like that, but it's kind of whatever your preference is. And then we're going to take some mozzarella cheese and you're just going to place that right on top. You really only need like maybe 1 cup to 1.5 cups of cheese. And then if you guys want pepperonis, of course, that's going to be like an extra cost. But this was just me and my kids, and we're just fine with cheese. So that's what we did there. I love putting like little mini pepperonis on this. That's really good too. I also topped it with a little bit of Italian seasoning. Okay, and then I cooked this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes, just until your garlic toast is nice and toasty on the bottom. This is what it turned out to look like. This was delicious. Such a great, like, easy lunch or dinner. All right, guys, what do you think?
This is so amazing.
You love it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to have it every Friday.
Every Friday, okay. What do you think, baby? Good stuff? Bubba? What do you think? So good?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Amazing.
Say, can you give it a thumbs up? There you go. Good job. Okay, next we're going to be making some chicken tacos in the crock pot. I love making this meal because it's one of those fast and easy meals that are also budget friendly. I'm going to put 2 chicken breasts at the bottom of my greased crock pot, and then I'm just going to top it with some taco seasoning. You can do homemade or, the ones that I've already made for you. That's fine too. And then I had a little bit of lime juice in my fridge, so I went ahead and used that. Also, I'm going to add 1 can of Rotel. And then I'm just going to put the lid on and let that cook on low for about 6 to 8 hours. Since it's just 2 chicken breasts, it should only take about 6 hours for it to be nice and tender. Go ahead and get a meat masher and just shred up that chicken. And I just like to do it right in the crock pot. I find it much easier that way. This is great for either tacos or you can do nachos. We love having it both ways. So good. But look at that. It just looks so good. And then I toasted our tortillas, and that's what helps make it super good. I also made some rice in the instant pot, and we had some chips on the side. But this is phenomenal. You can't go wrong with some tacos or some nachos, you guys. Next, I'm going to be making some pancakes, and the reason I chose this is because I got this Hungry Jack pancake for free using shopmium. So if you don't know anything about shopmium, please, I'll have a link in the description box, and you can look at it. If you've never used it, they give you like almost $3 worth of a credit for these pancakes, for this pancake mix. So it's a really great and awesome deal. I've gotten so many good deals using shopmium. Also, Ibotta has a rebate. I think it's like 25 cents that you can get back. Also, you can make this from home, like homemade. You can do just like some flour, some baking soda, baking powder, and a little bit of sugar, and call it good. And so it's super easy to do. So you just make the pancakes like regular, and then I had a little bit of eggs because eggs is very inexpensive, and these strawberries were only $1.50. I got them on sale. So this is definitely a really great and budget friendly meal. I love having pancakes whenever we have breakfast, whenever. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it really doesn't matter, but it's so hearty, so delicious. And then I had some homemade syrup that I had made, so definitely a delicious meal. Next, we're going to be doing some chicken taquitos, and I wanted to go ahead and do these in the crock pot, at least make the mixture in the crock pot. So I have 2 chicken breasts, and then I'm going to put a little bit of taco seasoning, and then I'm going to top it with 1 package of cream cheese. I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to let that cook on a low heat for about 6 hours. After the 6 hours is up, it should be nice and tender, ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and shred all that up. And then also, it was not super creamy, so if you wanted to add like a little bit of like a dairy product in here, that would be good. Also, maybe a little bit more cheddar cheese, make it a little bit more cheesy. But that's completely up to you. I just stuck with what I had. I'm going to go ahead and use up these flour tortillas, and do make sure that you have foil and that you spray your foil. That way your taquitos don't stick to the pan. And I just took the mixture and just put it right into our like fajita sized tortillas. I made quite a bunch. It made like closer to 15 to 20. And then you're going to go ahead and spray the tops of them. Cook them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. I like it until just like the ends are slightly crispy. These are heavenly, and these are great for like putting them in the freezer. They definitely freeze well, and they're also really great for grab and go like lunches and dinners.
Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoy it. If you guys like budget cooking, if you guys like when I go to a certain store, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Let me know what type of store that you want me to do next, and I will plan on doing that. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing below if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.